contradiction, and they both got on the train. And then
So
it just really annoyed me. I wanted to go up and slap them and go, can you get a room? Because the train was delayed 7.5 hours, this journey, and all I could do, they sat in my carriage, and all I could do was...
Now, it's a great British tradition, and Christmas Day just wouldn't be the same without the Queen's speech. Well, as we are your collective daytime queens, each day this week we'll be bringing you an alternative Christmas Queen's speech where certain loose women look back and review their year.
Hello, my loyal subjects. 'Tis I, Queen Sherry. Well, it's been a year of laughs with my fellow loose ladies. Oh! But sadly, it was also the year that I got sacked from my job as a Barry White tribute artist.
You're my last, you're my first, you're my everything.
I love that. I also chose this year to go public with my nasty rash. I think there's certainly an itch. I do think there's an itch. I'm not quite sure when it starts, but it certainly itches, I can tell you. But things really started looking up when I broke the world record for staying awake the longest. I haven't slept since 1993. Finally, though, wherever you are this Christmas, and whoever you are, Trollocs to the lot of you. Oh.
Wasn't that nice? Well, we're going to be back in the time it takes to pull a cracker. But in the meantime, a few more famous festive faces.
To everyone that's watching Loose Women, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
A happy Christmas to everybody from Loose Women and Colin and Justin.
Exactly. Keep it loose this festive season.
Welcome back to our festive feast here on Loose Women. Still to come, a lovely performance from classical superstar Catherine. Had some truly great guests on the show this year. Some of them have revealed perhaps more than they should have done, but all of them, it's fair to say, have had a lot of fun.
What is it like when you do all get back in the room together and, like, this has been a sort of talked about for so long, this reunion, it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. What is it like when you get back in the room together? Are you all...
Yeah,
Or is it a bit awkward because you've all grown and gone in different directions?
No, it's not awkward at all. I think when we first got together for the big launch in the summer, I was quite nervous because we hadn't been in a room for probably about 8 years. You know, all 5 of us together. I'd seen, you know, different girls on different occasions, but all 5 of us together. And, you know, at first it was a bit like, oh, hi. But once we got back into the swing of it, it's just like no time has passed since we've been apart. And we are obnoxious.
Do you get nerves? I think you have to get nerves. Anyone who performs, the day you don't get nerves is the day you shouldn't have been walking on that stage. Exactly. The nerves are the thing that kind of pump up. And I'm so nervous today. We're outnumbered for one.
The adrenaline is what it's all about, isn't it? Getting out there and going, yes!
It makes it
and
happen.
think how many babies were conceived watching you. And now they're out there, look!
Absolutely.
Look at you.
Absolutely.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Did
you know them personally?
No. But it's true, how exciting is that to think then they're all watching you, your fans now?
A lot of adrenaline doing that, yeah.
You like the hair, by the way?
I love it.
They were going to shave it completely and leave a little tuft at the top. Oh, no. And I was going to put a bow in that, like a Yorkshire Terrier.
That wouldn't have been right for that character.
We went for this in the end.
But also, you have to be nude as well, don't you?
There is nakedness involved.
Yeah. Totally nude.
Yeah.
What does your wall look like, all your bits?
From the back, it's not a titillating thing, can I just say?
No, it's not.
Did you have to... Did you work out, conscious that people were going to be making judgments?
No, I had a good look at my posterior in the mirror, thinking, is this fit for public viewing? And I think it's all right. I have makeup on it.
Oh, do you?
You know, in the holes.
Lipstick. There's a little...
Lipstick?
Bit of rouge.
What sort of makeup?
And who puts your makeup on your bum?
I do it myself, yes.
Queuing around the
only
block
if there's
for
a little
that job.
blemish, but it's not hair or anything, you know. It's not cut. It's a very poignant tableau at the end, and I had to hum and ha about whether at my age this was a good thing to do. But it's no one has laughed or anything so far.
What's the worst state you've ever seen? Worst house?
Go on.
Well, for me, it was a house in America. And the smell was really, really, really bad. It was putrefying flesh everywhere. Not human.
Sorry. That was only
flesh everywhere. And there was a saucepan on the cooker, and it had one of those glass lids, and it looked like there was all this cooked rice inside, and I took the lid off, nearly knocked out by the smell, and the rice was moving.
It was all
flies coming out of the pan. That was one of the worst, wasn't it?
Are you interested in sort of what celebrities, you know, get up to and how they do
I'm
it
not
on their
really.
off days?
I'm not really.
No.
No,
What if it's
no.
women, though? Because Colin's got a bit of a problem with women behaving badly in the media.
Well, Zoe, my daughter Zoe, when she did the first girl doing a Radio 1 breakfast show, she realised all the lads are going out and wellying down the lager on Fridays and Saturdays, and she thought, why can't girls do this? So
But
she did it.
She got parried, though, didn't she?
But she stuck with it, and she was right. And she was saying, why we girls are equivalent to the lads now. We are. There's equality. So she showed they could do it, and she became the ladette. And she used to come in drunk to do the programme, and actually did come in straight from the clubs to do it once or twice, because she said, I've got to stand up with the girls, and I've got to show there's equality, and I've got to show that when you're young, it's what you do.
But
you
she
do
was,
drink,
she was
you do go to
labelled
excess when you...
the so-called ladette movement, wasn't she?
Precisely.
But what did you think about that, though,
I
as a
was so
father?
proud of it. I didn't understand it. It wasn't my generation, so I wasn't particularly proud in that way, but I was proud of the fact that she thought of her audience and catered for them, and I think that was wonderful.
And I have to do a change halfway through the play where I actually go in behind and I strip off. And the first couple of nights I had my shorts on and I did that, and the stage woman came to me and said, I think you maybe need to think about getting a little, you know, something to hold things in.
Really?
And I've not, so now, and because,
She got an iPhone.
honestly, she got a bit of a, you know, the giblets were knocking around, and so what she did was, she gave me, I don't know how you women do it, G-strings. Yeah. I've now got this G-string, and in silhouette, I look like an action man. There's nothing there. But how do you manage with that
get used to
dental
it.
floss
You'll
up
get
your
used to
backside?
it. You need a bigger size.
See, I think we should go back to big knickers.
I'm going to say,
honestly,
you got big knickers on.
I think so. You know, I prefer to be a bit more modest. You know, I think we should actually get back. You know, when you actually had to pull the knickers aside to see the bum, not the bum aside to see the knickers. You know, I think
So what's happening with the whole Tom King thing? Who's entitled to what? And what? It's all quite confusing, you and your daughters, and who knows who's a daughter and...
Well, Lexi, you know, has lived as my sister and as Scarlett's auntie for like 15 years. And I don't know that on my mother's deathbed that she told Lexi that I'm actually her mother.
Right.
So we've had all that, but Scarlett obviously doesn't know that Lexi's her sister and not her auntie.
It's so confusing.
I know, even I get confused. You were just asking me, I don't know. I was trying to get it straight, and I still don't. I'm still no clearer, actually. But is it all going to resolve itself by the time you leave? Because you're leaving, aren't you?
I am leaving, but I'll be on screen till February.
Till February?
Yeah, it does kind of resolve itself, as much as it ever does in a soap.
And how do you leave? Do we...
Oh, this is really
do we
exciting.
know?
This is an exclusive.
Is it?
Oh,
yes.
yes.
I have a love interest come back into the show that I was with before Tom King died. And my husband Sam is playing the part.
Oh. That's going to be really difficult then.
Oh, I can't wait for the slogging scene.
So, listen, you...
Don't encourage her.
That's exactly why I said it.
Really?
She's got big boobs, yeah.
You must be used to women being sort of, you know, drooling all over you and being ridiculous around you. How do you deal with it? Because you're, you know, you're just a young man.
It's not like that. It truly isn't like that. Obviously, when you have, when you get famous and you start selling records, things change.
Right.
But there's a big difference between, you know, if I would go to a place before where nobody recognized me, and now that they recognize me because of my music, things have changed. But obviously, the music has made the difference. Before...
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has. Trust me.
If I walked in a bar and I didn't know you and you were standing there, I would still drop dead.
This being my third appearance on the show, I've got it to a fine art now. Come on. Suck stomach in, wave at audience, smile at the girls, come down, sit and relax.
It doesn't seem to be getting any bigger, though, your stomach. Is it?
It is, I know. A size 42. I said that on national television. There you go.
Oh, dear.
From 38 to 42.
There's just
I'm
more
start
to
crying
know.
like Heather McCartney any second.
42. Size 42.
We believe you.
From a career point of view,